Hello, and welcome to the HBM Test and Measurement FAQ video series. I'm Krista Tweed, an Applications Engineer with HBM, and in this video I'm going to provide an overview of the real-time calculated channels that are available in some Gen Series modules. Some Gen Series modules support what we call real-time calculated channels. A calculated channel performs real-time calculations on samples of an input signal for the duration of a calculation period. The calculation period can be time-based or cycle-based. The calculated channel produces a result at the end of the calculation period, and then a new calculation is started. There are up to 32 calculated channels available for each Gen Series module. The user configures each calculated channel independently. It is also possible to trigger on the calculated results. One option is to set the calculation period to be based on cycles of an analog input signal. Cycle detection is done by detecting level crossings of the selected analog input signal. A hysteresis setting is available to help avoid false detections caused by a noisy signal. The user decides if they want level crossing detection done on a rising edge or a falling edge, and how many cycles they want used for each calculation result. The calculation can be performed on a half cycle or averaged over as many as 50 cycles. Perception allows the user to view the cycle detection result as a square wave. In the display shown here, the analog signal is shown in yellow, and the results of the cycle detection are shown in light blue. The other option is to determine the calculation period based on a simple timer. The user sets the timer duration, and that is the only input that is needed. Now the calculations are not based on the cycle of the analog channel, but rather on the 50 millisecond timer. An example is shown in the display here, with the analog signal shown in yellow and the cycle detect timer signal in red. Once the cycle source is configured, it is pretty simple to create the real-time calculated channels. Select the cycle-based page of the settings sheet. It is found in the Real-Time Calculators group. By default, all of the real-time calculated channels are disabled. To enable a channel, click in the Enabled column to change the red X to a green check mark. This enables the other columns in that row. You can see that I have created a variety of calculated channels for this example. The first channel is the RMS of channel A1. I gave the calculated channel a name, selected the source as channel A1, and set the calculation to RMS. The cycle source is cycle source A1. Since RMS is always positive, I set the range for the channel from 0 to 5 volts. The result of this calculation will be the RMS of channel A1 over time. The second calculated channel is determining the frequency of the cycle source A1. This will always be a positive number as well, so I set the range from 0 to 250 Hz and set the technical unit to Hertz. The third calculated channel is the cycle detect square wave. I set up an additional 3 channels with similar calculations for channel A2. Now that the calculated channels are configured, we are ready to take some data. The big advantage of the real-time calculated channels is that you can see the results in real time in perception, including when the system is in preview pause mode. You do not have to wait for a recording to complete to see the calculated results. In this example, only channel A1 is changing. The user sees the top 3 panes changing in the live window because those are all channels related to channel A1. Pane 1 is the analog input, pane 2 is the calculated RMS, and pane 3 is the calculated frequency. When the recording completes and we view the overview of the file, we can clearly see how the frequency and RMS varied over the course of the recording by reviewing panes 2 and 3. Triggering is supported on the results of the real-time calculated channels. Once a real-time calculated channel is created, it is present in the cycle-based trigger page of the settings sheet, which is shown here. This allows the user, for example, to start a sweep-spaced recording when the RMS of a channel reaches a specific value. In summary, the real-time calculated channels are available on a wide variety of Gen Series input modules. They are active as a standard feature on the modules, not a cost option, like the real-time formula database. The user selects cycle-based or timer-based calculations. The calculated channels are easy to configure. The results are available in preview pause mode as well as the recorded PNRF file, and it is possible to trigger on the calculated results. Thanks for watching. If you have questions on Perception or any other HBM product, please feel free to contact technical support via phone, email, or the HBM website.